So, lads, today we're going to be talking about this game right here. And apologies if the volume isn't the greatest or if the audio is not the greatest. And apologies for the no face cam. I'm currently in bed. I'm about to go and take a couple of hour long nap before this game, mainly because I slept like 4 hours last night, have to get up at 9 a.m. And as you guys can see, the game's at 12. So I'll get to sleep about 4 a.m., have to get up at 8 a.m. to play a tennis match, and back to back 4 nights, 4 hour night sleeps is not great. So 3 hour nap should do the trick here, though. It should do the trick. So yeah, Caitlin Clark has officially been ruled out for this game, and like there's a lot of other things to talk about. Obviously, the Natasha Howard interview is kind of crazy. It's a kind of crazy one, but yeah, Caitlin Clark being ruled out of this game is not good. She has missed 7 games on the season. And look, we all knew she wasn't playing this game. If she was to play one of these 2 games, it would be the home one. We all knew that Caitlin Clark was not playing this game. Like, it could not have been more obvious that Caitlin wasn't playing this game. And realistically, look, she was like, she's going to have to play some games during the season. She's going to have to come back during the season. And it's more important that Caitlin Clark plays in September than it is now. That is more important. And look, it seems like the team is just imploding right now. It seems genuinely like the team is in a bit of a... It seems like they are imploding. But at the end of the day, it's it's early in the season. A team can implode right now. Like, nobody's absolutely counting out the Aces to be terrible. Nobody's counting out the Aces to be absolutely terrible, even though they've been equally as bad. They have been equally as bad as the Fever. Both of them are the same record, but at the end of the day, the Indiana Fever are in a situation where Caitlin Clark is hurt. Caitlin Clark being out today for this game, and like, this is the scariest part about all of this, is that Caitlin being officially ruled out is as big of a disaster as possible for all the games that have been moved to bigger arenas. And the one thing is like, these arenas have already sold their tickets. They've already sold the tickets, but it's just long term, is that now you're not going to be able to necessarily like, you're not necessarily going to be able to make these games more hyped. You're not necessarily going to be able to bring in this crazy amount of hype, bring in this crazy amount of like ticket hype and bigger arenas. Because let's be real, the Dallas Wings don't sell out their 7,000 seater stadium. This game's in the American Airlines Center, and I think a lot of people that bought tickets are still going to show up. I think if you paid a couple of $100s to buy tickets to this game, you're still going to show up. And it's a funny one. Like, before, obviously, the season started, my plan was, when the fixtures came out, my plan was to go to Indiana a week before the All-Star game. I think they played a game, and then it was like All-Star game, and then they played another game. One of them was against Dallas, and try to go to the All-Star game and something else. But like, we're now in a situation where it's like, is Caitlin going to be able to play in the All-Star game? Is Caitlin going to be able to play in that? Because look, no one knows how bad the groin injury is, and I think they're not giving us the severity of the groin injury for a reason, because people aren't just tuning out. Because let's be real, people are going to tune out. And if we're being honest, like Stephanie White said yesterday in her interview about the Wanna Bonner, that the Indiana Fever literally are playing the Connecticut Sun system from last year. She has said it. She has absolutely said it. She has said the system was the same as the Connecticut Sun system. The like, it's a thing where it's like, this might be the Stephanie White hiring might be the absolute worst hire in the history of sport. It would be, because like, there's never been There's never been a more important season for the WNBA than this. There's never been a more important season, and even when Caitlin Clark is playing, they're going away from her. And when she's not playing, like, to say that this team can't be still, like, fun to watch without Caitlin Clark is wrong. This team could still be fun to watch. Like, there are bad like, the Valkyries lost half their team and they're still fun to watch. They're still really fun to watch. If they played a fun to watch system, and at the end of the day, like, it is on the coach. A lot of the problems with this team and the fact that we just assume they've lost this game. Like, we're still going to watch the Fever versus the Wings tonight. We're still going to live stream the game. We're still going to be doing all that. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's not been a good look all around. And Caitlin Clark being out legitimately has screwed this entire team. And look, this is in a 20,000 seater stadium, and they were like, oh, could they go and break the record? 2025 free agency winners. I bet you anything they say here the Fever won. The Indiana Fever won free agency. No, they did not. They would have been on this list even if they just retained Kelsey Mitchell, but they were able to create a monster starting lineup. DeWanna Bonner is gone. Natasha Howard, who's just Alyssa Smith. They didn't even put Alyssa Smith in the outgoings. They cared that little about her. But, like, man, Alyssa Smith kind of sucked. But, like, same player. It's the same player. But, yeah, like, it's not looking good for the Fever. And, like, I don't see how the Fever win this game. Like, I think Aaliyah Boston with Caitlin Clark would absolutely cook Leah Rue in that pick and roll. Like, I think that pick and the short roll in the face-up game, like, the Indiana Fever would have, or the Wings would have no answer for the pick and roll game. And for the Indiana Fever, like, it is Alyssa Smith versus older and better Alyssa Smith and Natasha Howard. And I do think that matchup is when they win. I think Kelsey Mitchell is a better player than Enrique. I think Lexi Hull's better than Kayla Charles. Like, if Caitlin's there, I'm calling the Dallas Wing. I would be predicting the Fever 100 times out of 100. With Caitlin not there, like, I think they might win the Ari McDonald minutes. But, like, who the hell guards Paige? Ari McDonald? Does Sid Colson guard Paige? Like, Paige should have 30 tonight. Paige realistically should have 30 tonight because she can just get to her spots and rise over the defenders. Is Lexi Hull going to guard Paige? If Lexi Hull guards Paige, it's going to be just awkward for her coming around those screens. Lexi's going to draw a couple of charges. It could be an awkward game for Paige. But, like, if I'm Paige, I'm looking, even if Caitlin Clark's not there, I'm looking to go and drop 25 points. Minimum 25. I think she has it in her as well, if we're being honest. I think she does have it in her. Like, I'm predicting a Dallas Wings win. And by the way, if you're a Fever fan, you should be happy about this because I'm believing this. Predicting a Dallas Wings win because I predicted the Fever to win yesterday and they lost. I've predicted 13 of 15 Fever games wrong. And so after this game, I have the Fever predicted to be 8-8. If the Fever do pull off a win, they have the exact record of my predictions, and I predicted 14 of 16 wrong. So yeah, that is the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.